Chip Heath, Decisive, How to Make Better Choices in Life and Work. Welcome to the summary of Decisive, How to Make Better Choices in Life and Work, by Chip Heath. In this summary, we will delve into the intricacies of decision-making and guide you on how to make more informed choices in various aspects of life. Discover the power of considering multiple alternatives, learning from others' experiences, and overcoming personal biases. Explore the benefits of testing ideas on a small scale and evaluating long-term consequences on an emotional level. We will also provide you with strategies for setting priorities in your life, adapting to unforeseen circumstances, and utilizing tripwires to detect gradual changes. Get ready to sharpen your decision-making abilities and make more confident choices.
Explore decision alternatives. Decisions often seem binary, limited to two opposing options. However, thinking in such restricted ways hinders us from considering other available alternatives. By understanding the opportunity costs of our decisions and expanding the realm of choices, we can significantly improve our decision-making and enhance our lives. We tend to perceive decisions as choices between two paths, immersing ourselves in the process of opting for one option over the other. However, this limited view suffocates creative and effective solutions. When finding yourself stuck in a decision-making rut, embrace the broad spectrum of possibilities that are available to you. Let's take teenagers as an example. They often wrestle with binary decisions such as whether to smoke cigarettes or not, or whether to attend a party or stay home. These simplified choices don't take into account the multitude of alternatives that could make decision-making smoother. Instead of deciding solely on attending the party, the teenager could also weigh up options like going to the movies or watching a football game with friends. When navigating through tough decisions, assessing the opportunity cost of the decision can prove incredibly helpful. Opportunity cost refers to what you stand to lose by choosing one option over another. Consider a choice between purchasing a high-quality, expensive stereo for $1,000 or a functional, basic one for $700. Evaluating the opportunity cost entails determining how you could spend the $300 saved from opting for the cheaper alternative. Do you prefer investing in the fancier stereo, or would you rather purchase the affordable one and put the $300 toward accumulating records? Curiously, opportunity costs often slip our minds. A study illustrated that 25% of participants decided against purchasing a $14.99 video when presented with the mere option not to buy it. However, when the alternative phrasing was, keep the $14.99 for other purchases, 45% chose not to buy the video. While the core choice remained unchanged, introducing the notion of alternative spending significantly influenced the participants' decision-making. By opening our minds to a myriad of options and understanding opportunity costs, we can take charge of our decisions and enrich our lives. Multitracking to smarter decisions. To achieve better results in problem solving, try multitracking by actively exploring several options at once. This approach provides a more comprehensive perspective and speeds up the decision-making process by allowing for flexibility and having a fallback plan. However, avoid choice overload as too many options can impede decision-making. We all tend to seek the best option when faced with a problem, but did you know that exploring more than one solution can lead to even better outcomes? Multitracking, the process of actively testing out multiple choices at once, can truly enhance the way we make decisions. Let's take a look at an example to understand the power of multitracking. In one study, two groups of graphic designers were asked to create banner advertisements for an online magazine. The first group worked on one ad at a time, receiving feedback after each attempt. On the other hand, the second group started with 3 ads, obtained feedback for all of them, and then narrowed down to 2 choices before settling on a final design. The second group's ads outperformed the first group's creations in the eyes of magazine editors, ad executives, and real-world application. Why? By crafting multiple ideas concurrently, the designers could better understand the feedback that was provided to them. They could then combine the successful elements from each ad design, ultimately producing higher quality work. Multitracking not only improves the quality of the work but also accelerates the overall decision-making process, as research has proven. When we explore multiple alternatives, we don't become overly attached to one option, allowing us to be more open-minded and flexible. Furthermore, having various options ensures that we always have a fallback, or a plan B, ready if something goes wrong. However, it's important to strike a balance and not venture into the realm of choice overload. Excessive alternatives can hinder decision-making, as demonstrated by studies where customers were less likely to purchase jam when presented with more options. So, aim for adding just a couple of extra choices, not an avalanche of them. Seek inspiration for problem solving. Realize that the problems you face may have already been tackled by others in different contexts. Look at how competitors approach similar issues and broaden your perspective by searching for analogies. Inspired solutions often arise from the amalgamation of ideas derived from various sources. We often feel that the problems we encounter are unique to us, but the truth is, these issues might have already been addressed by others, you just haven't noticed yet. Even if their challenges seem different, the underlying solutions might apply to your situation. When grappling with a problem, explore other people's strategies, particularly those of your competitors, to discover the most effective path forward. For instance, Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, consistently observed his competitors and adopted their successful strategies. In 1954, he implemented a groundbreaking checkout line used by Ben Franklin variety stores, proving the value of learning from and adapting others' solutions. Besides observing the competition, analogies can be a powerful problem-solving tool. By thinking of specific problems in broader terms, you open up possibilities for creative solutions. Consider the development of Speedo's fast-skin swimsuit. Designer Fiona Firehurst examined various fast-moving objects, like sharks, torpedoes, and space shuttles, to derive inspiration for the revolutionary swimsuit. By studying the texture of sharkskin and the shape of torpedoes, Firehurst created a fabric emulating their features, resulting in a swimsuit with such a competitive edge that it was eventually banned in 2010. The key is to not limit your perspective when seeking answers for your problems. By investigating other domains and leveraging ideas from various sources, you can uncover innovative solutions you might never have arrived at on your own. Dodging decision bias. We often make decisions based on personal preferences, which might not always be the best. To overcome this tendency, try creating space for disagreement without antagonism and ask disconfirming questions to gather opposing information. For example, when considering a new job at a law firm, dig deeper into the employee's work-life balance by inquiring about their day-to-day experiences and retention rates. Learning from others' experiences can also help make informed decisions. We naturally gravitate towards options that appeal to us, but these choices may not be the wisest. To counteract our likes and dislikes influence, we can adopt a few strategies to rethink our approach. Firstly, entertain alternative viewpoints without being confrontational. Ponder the circumstances that would make the other options more favorable. If this is difficult, invite someone to challenge your preferred choice as a devil's advocate. This method encourages analytical thinking and accommodates disagreement without causing hostility. Secondly, make use of disconfirming questions to uncover contrasting information. Take the example of evaluating a job offer at a prestigious law firm. Instead of focusing on how happy or satisfied the employees are, delve into the specifics of their work-life balance, such as their after-hours routine, turnover rates, and how often the CEO changes secretaries. Unearthing these details can provide a more nuanced understanding of the potential work environment. Additionally, consider examining others' experiences to learn from the outcomes of similar decisions, further equipping yourself to make informed choices. Unlocking the outside view. Recognizing the similarity of our situations with others is a valuable asset towards making informed decisions. Focus on understanding how similar situations typically unfold, known as base rates, rather than relying heavily on the individual or inside view. When seeking expert advice, ask indicative questions to obtain base rates and always take a closer look at what they provide to determine its relevance to your specific situation. We often believe that our circumstances are unique, but this mindset can deter us from learning valuable lessons from others in parallel situations. The truth is, we tend to have more in common with others than we initially perceive. To make better decisions, examine how situations like yours generally unfold, and identify the base rates associated with them. Imagine Jack, a passionate Thai cook seeking to open his own restaurant. His inside view focuses on factors like the perfect location and surrounding Thai restaurants. However, he must also consider the outside view, which consists of the base rate. 60% of restaurants fail within the first 3 years. Incorporating this information doesn't imply Jack shouldn't follow his dreams, but it's crucial to consider the full picture. When seeking expert advice, remember to question them about base rates rather than expecting them to predict specific outcomes. Experts may also inadvertently take the inside view of your situation, overlooking crucial base rates. Ask indicative questions instead, like, how many cases like mine were settled before going to trial, rather than, will this case get settled before going to trial? Additionally, don't accept any opinions or data blindly. Always inspect them thoroughly and compare them to your distinct requirements. For example, if you're searching for an excellent Thai restaurant and find one with a 3.5 rating, look at individual reviews to see why the score is lower. If the complaints relate to prices but not food quality, it might still suit your preferences, proving that base rates sometimes lack the specific details relevant to your situation. Embrace Ooching, test before committing. Ooching, or testing ideas on a smaller scale, can lead you to make better decisions in life. Instead of committing to something based on our preconceptions, we should consider internships, trial runs, or other similar opportunities to provide real-life experience. This helps in making more informed decisions about our career, personal life, and choices in general. Additionally, our innate inability to predict the future makes Ooching more crucial. However, Ooching is not applicable in every situation, where certain options might require full commitment from the beginning. By opting for smaller-scale trial tests, you can save yourself the headache of committing prematurely. Mastering long-term decisions. Our choices are frequently influenced by immediate emotions, which may not serve our best interests in the long run. To cultivate better decision-making, try 2 techniques. First, create emotional distance by envisioning the impact of your choice from a future standpoint, using the October 10 rule. Ask how you'd feel about the decision in 10 minutes, 10 months, and 10 years. Second, adopt an observer's perspective, as if you were advising a friend. This approach helps mitigate the influence of short-term emotions and allows you to focus on the most crucial aspects of the situation, resulting in improved decision-making. Clarify your core priorities. To avoid being overwhelmed or distracted in decision-making, it's crucial to identify your core priorities in life. Reflect on the values and aspirations that matter most to you, and then commit to acting on them by reallocating your time to emphasize these core priorities. This exercise can guide your decision-making process and help you understand what truly matters to you. Sometimes, the dilemma in our decision-making process isn't due to temporary emotions but rather an unclear order of priorities. This confusion can persist in seemingly familiar situations, such as whether to accept a new job offer or stay at your current position. To resolve this, dig deep to identify your core priorities by asking yourself, which long-term emotional values, goals, or aspirations are most important to me? Evaluate options by considering the aspects that align with your core priorities. For instance, does staying at your old job allow you more flexibility to spend time with your family? Or does the new job present exciting challenges and better compensation, albeit with longer working hours? Ultimately, the stage of your life and personal preferences will shape your priorities. For example, if your children have grown, you might prioritize a new challenge over family time. Vice versa, if you have young children, spending time with them may be more important. After defining your core priorities, the next step is to fully commit to them. Remember, life is composed of limited time. Devoting more time to your core priorities means sacrificing time for other activities. Multitasking may seem like a solution, but in reality, it weakens your focus on the things that matter. Try using your calendar as a visual representation of your priorities. Ask yourself if the time you spend on various activities accurately reflects what truly matters to you. By consciously examining and adjusting your priorities, you can make better decisions and live a life aligned with your values and aspirations. Future-proofing decisions. When making decisions, we often focus on one possible future outcome, even though predicting the future is impossible. To overcome this, consider both the best and worst possible outcomes and ensure you're prepared for success. Implement a safety factor for unforeseeable circumstances, as overconfidence might lead to underestimation. By adopting these strategies, you can make better informed decisions and efficiently face various future possibilities. Too often, our decisions are based on a single potential future outcome, despite our inability to truly predict the future. To tactfully address this issue, begin by considering both the most favorable and unfavorable outcomes. This will help you gauge your standing at any given point, allowing appropriate reactions as reality inches closer to the less ideal scenario. Utilize prospective hindsight, our mental ability to assess facts more effectively than possibilities, and ask yourself why a failure happened in retrospect, rather than focusing on potential causes of failure. Moreover, be prepared for the possibility of success. If you're launching a new product, for instance, make sure you have the capacity to fulfill demand in case it becomes an instant hit. Next, incorporate a safety factor to accommodate unexpected situations. Look at the example of elevators. Their cables are designed 11 times stronger than necessary, considering the weight they are expected to carry. This extra precaution ensures safety even in unforeseen circumstances. Be mindful that overconfidence in expertise can lead to underestimating challenges. Make adjustments in your predictions based on this reality. For instance, while scheduling a project with a tight deadline, add a little extra time as a safety buffer. If you estimate that a web page design will take 3 days, incorporate an additional half day to ensure completion by the deadline. By embracing these strategies, you can make more informed decisions and be better prepared to tackle a range of future possibilities. Tripwires for better decision-making. Introducing figurative tripwires such as clear signals, deadlines, and labels can help interrupt autopilot behaviors and bad habits, improving our conscious decision-making and overall performance. Such tripwires can also help organizations like Zappos identify underperforming employees, encourage conscious attention, and bolster overall efficiency. Often, we unconsciously slip into autopilot behaviors without realizing the gradual changes affecting our lives. To break this pattern, we can use figurative tripwires that prompt better decision-making and help us avoid bad habits. One such tripwire is implementing clear signals that interrupt thoughtless actions and force us to evaluate our choices. For instance, Zappos, a popular shoe retailer, offers employees a $4,000 incentive to quit if they no longer enjoy their position. This serves as a tripwire, encouraging unmotivated staff to confront their situation and make a conscious choice, while simultaneously identifying underperforming employees. Another way to introduce tripwires is by setting deadlines and partitions. Deadlines can stop us from procrastinating and help enforce timely decision-making. A study involving college students found that 66% claimed $5 for completing a survey when given a 5-day deadline, compared to only 25% without a deadline. Partitions, too, can prompt conscious attention similar to deadlines. Distributing investments in smaller sums over time acts as a tripwire, ensuring we monitor progress closely and make necessary adjustments. Lastly, using labels to recognize patterns can serve as tripwires to improve our conscious attention. For example, pilots learn about lemurs, a term to describe a gut feeling that something is off without a clear reason. By naming this feeling, pilots become less likely to ignore their instincts and are more inclined to assess situations consciously, especially when lives are at stake. Incorporating tripwires, whether they're clear signals, deadlines, or labels, can significantly improve our decision-making and help us break free from autopilot behaviors.
As we conclude our journey through Decisive, it's essential to recall the main takeaways. Emphasize considering alternative options and learning from others. Widen your perspectives to avoid decision-making pitfalls and biases. Employ strategies like Ooching to try ideas on a smaller scale, adopt a long-term view in considering your options, and set clear priorities based on your core values. Embrace safety factors and the utilization of tripwires to adapt to unforeseen circumstances and stay alert to gradual changes. Through these strategies and lessons, you can greatly improve your decision-making process, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with increased clarity, confidence, and success.